Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix and welcome to Cahors Sunset. This is not the game I expected to be taking a look at today. I was actually expecting to look at Discord, which was a screw attack game that mysteriously disappeared from the store page in terms of coming out today. Makes it a little difficult to review. It's not even mentioned anymore. Well, this is a sort of a novel type game. It's very cheap. It's $1.79 right now. The question is, should you take a look at it? And it really depends on what kind of person you are, because the mechanics, this is not a game in terms of, you know, overly complicated like Long Live the Queen, where you have a lot of mechanisms to work with and it really affects things. This is basically a game about life and a game about trying to live as long as you can. So we're gonna just start it right up and show you a little bit about the game. So, Cahors, France, you are in the shoes of a French old man, a widower and father of 3 who was born and has always lived in the city by the river lot. You'll make decisions that'll affect his health, and actions are directly controlled by you, others are not. So, this is how we start off. You always start off, from what I see, with 299 points spread out randomly through your specific 6 attributes: anxiety, weight, social life, mood, physical health, and money. Basically, what you're going to want to do is keep those above 25. When one attribute goes below 25, you have a chance of dying. A little bit of a problem. Each month, you'll make a decision of what to do. I can go watch the football game at the stadium. That will up my mood and social life, but I'll be have a little bit of anxiety and it'll cost me some money. I can eat a good cheese. That seems a little bit random, but okay. My mood will be improved and my physical health. Apparently cheese is good for you. Who knew? And your weight, and it'll cost a little bit of money. Or I can watch a movie. Well, I am gonna take a look here. You see, here's the thing about the stats in this game. Notice how the plus and minus system works. Here, I have a net gain of 0. So I gotta be careful about using that. I mean, I'm not gaining any points here because I add 5 to mood, but lose 5 in anxiety. Cheese, okay, I gained 1 point overall in terms of my entire portion. The movie, I gained 2. I'm gonna take the movie to start off with. And I dreamed of Pauline, my my wife who has passed on at this point. My mood goes up. Those are the random events. So the idea here is, well, stay alive. Very, very simple. But why should you take a look at this game? Well, the way that I took the game in terms of how the person who made the game is, this seems like a remembrance or a tribute to that person's life. And honestly, I did enjoy going through the game and seeing what Valentin, I'm sorry, I'm not exactly sure what his life was. So if you are a story person and just like interesting, you know, a human element story, this could be something for you. If you're not, this is not a game that you should even be looking at right now. All right, should I paint a picture, sell a radio, or travel I'm gonna sell a radio. Well, you see, here's the decisions you gotta make. I could sell a radio and it's the best boost. No, it's not the best boost actually. Traveling to Toulouse is. I'm gonna do that. Now, part of the problem I have with the game, with its mechanism, is the fact that besides the simple mechanics, which again, this game's $1.79, I shouldn't expect a lot, is that the randomness can be really restrictive. And what I mean by that is, like for example, you'll see here, I got 2 options here that are exactly the same. Well, wait, no, maybe not. Not in this case. This is obviously, I'm obviously gonna choose this one. I could visit my son or visit my son. Apparently, you know, I gotta choose one son over the other. I'm a horrible father. But, like, you'll be given decisions where you're given the same option, and there's not a lot of randomness. You don't feel like you have a lot of control over the game, which, you know, is a sort of a conjunction with life. You know, you don't have control over your life. It's not gonna happen. But there always seems to be the best option in terms of your choices. Like here, making a deposit for your son, that's a -2 gain. Net +2 gain, +4 gain, or no, +3 gain. It seems like I should always choose the plus gains like that. And I usually survive that much longer when I do that. If I try to balance out my statistics early on, in terms of, oh, well, you know, my anxiety is really down. Maybe I should go and look at that. I find myself in trouble rather quickly because I'm not gaining points over time. So it's really a dog bit me. Apparently that really affects my mood and health. Also, part of the problem I see with it is that, like, some of the times, some of the decisions don't make sense. Like, you're given a nickname. You lose points. I guess it's a bad nickname, but, you know, I mean, and bigger than that, you're like, okay, I woke up late. Apparently that makes me in a better mood, but that really affects my physical health? Sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense, but honestly, that's not why you're in this game. This is not why you're going to be playing this game. You're going to be wanting to listen to the story that's being told. And if it's not that kind of, if you're not that kind of gamer where you want something, you know, really, you know, action-packed or, you know, really interactive, again, not the game for you, and I would avoid it at all costs. Couple's first child arrived just a few months after the wedding. Jacques Puget. This is like the worst type of game for me because it has pronunciations that I can't pronounce. And if you've heard this channel before, you know I have problems with pronunciation. 2 years passed and Jacques had barely begun to walk and talk when he was blessed with a little brother, Valentin. All right, I can go to Pierre Perrin, so... You see it like here, for example. I can go to a show, or the show, and it affects me the exact same way, or I can go to the dentist. Well, obviously I'm not going... Well, actually, in the end, these all have the same outcome, +1. So, it's a question... Now it becomes a question of which one do I want most. The fact of the matter is, mood is my lowest stat at this point, so I'm gonna go with that. I want to go to Pierre Perrin's show. The randomness factor does sort of suck, but it is the kind of randomness you would expect in a game like this because it's, again, this is sort of an allegory for life, and I hope I use that word correctly. Other than that, this game is pretty simple and straightforward. It wasn't a game that I was going to take a look at, but, you know, again, things happen, you know? Just like life, things happen. Games come... you know, off the shelves, you know, things, you know, don't go the way that you expect them to, and now you're playing a game about a man and an old Frenchman. But you know what? I'm enjoying it. Oh, one other mechanism. Happy birthday. Every time you have a birthday, you lose a bunch of points, and as you get older, you get more and more points taken off. So now, my mood is in red. I need to start doing something to affect my mood. I have a New Year's resolution. Well, I can either eat healthier food, which will take off my mood and money, but it will help my health and weight. I can go out more. I've got the money to spare, so right now I want to actually do that. So, again, it's sort of this balance of, you gotta balance your stats, but you gotta take the best options available to you. Accordingly, he became a terrific accountant as an adult. Exciting accountant gameplay. I need the mood. So yeah, simple gameplay, you know, it's not gonna be for everyone, but I'm actually enjoying the story a little bit, and honestly, it may seem simple enough, but you know, if you're a human person, if you're a person who loves, you know, hearing about, if you love, like, listening to your grandparents, you know, talk about, you know, the old days, or like talking about their lives, it's a game for you. Other than that, not so much. And some may not consider this a game, but, you know, it does have a fail state. It does have a state where, you know, eventually you'll lose. You are making decisions that affect the game, so I consider it a game, although it may not be as much of a game as others, and I'm using air quotes. I use air quotes a lot and never use the webcam, so, you know, weird, isn't it? All right, so this is Dragnix signing out. I hope you give a little bit about Cahors Sunset. I'm not sure why that name is Cahors Sunset. It's not, his name's not Cahors, but I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like the content, you know, take a look at some of the other Let's Tries and other videos there. I will be releasing a new trailer, channel trailer rather soon. I'm working on some stuff and going to be showing the focus of the channel. I think those who have been around know the focus of the channel, but on the other hand, I do want to rework the trailer a little bit. and to introduce another mechanism in the channel, which will be coming shortly. All right, this is Dragnix signing out. I hope you guys have a wonderful a wonderful day, and keep on gaming. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have a chance, leave some feedback and comments below. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, hit that subscribe button. This is Dragnix signing off, hoping that gaming brings as much fun to you as it does for me.